That's fun. Okay, well, let's try that again. Hello, everyone. My name is Princess Pearl. Welcome to the stream. This is a random Saturday stream because it's Christmas and time has no meaning. We're coming back to... yes, I'm in disguise. Shh. I wasn't expecting to do this stream, but my husband ended up working. So I had nothing better to do. So I just decided, hey, I'm going to do a stream. I'm not going to bother with my usual hair and makeup. This is what's really under. This is what's under the rainbow wig. Could I have done PNG Pearl? Sure. But PNG Pearl isn't as fun to do. You don't get all the wacky expressions. Okay. So, I had already started playing Conquests a while back. Hadn't gotten very far. 32-bit kid. Thank you. You're sweetie. Humble princess, yes. Not even doing a big tiara. I don't remember exactly where I was in this game because it was months ago that I was playing. I'd managed, but let's see if I can find what's going on. There's one other door off to the left of his bed curtain. I see no other way to escape except the way I entered. Yadadadum. I wonder where that monk would have put the puzzle box that the abbot was working on. Okay. Let's search stuff. Well, this looks like something's going to happen with it. It's a solidly made chest. Delicate frilly things for ladies. Interesting, but of no use to me. Though it leaves me to wonder to what use the abbot puts them. Conquest of the puzzle box. Let's see. The table is beautifully carved, and upon it are fine pieces of glass and other odds and ends. I see a holy book open upon the desk. Nay, I'll not steal a holy book, not even the abbot's. Thought maybe I could read it. The fire keeps the room cozy. He must keep it going day and night for his comfort. It's a solidly made chest. It's filled with vestments. The abbot does love a solidly made chest. I was trying to think of a good joke there. That's what all of the frilly ladies' clothes are for. It's to be the skin of some exotic animal from the East. Might be a nice addition to my own bed, but I'd never walk out of here unnoticed with that. It's very interesting that the narration in this game is very much from Robin's point of view. It's not like an omniscient narrator like we have in the King's Quest games or Quest for Glory. It's those games are all very much like you do the like Quest for Glory, which I just finished playing Quest for Glory 1 EGA last week. That first time playing through that, it is the narration is all in second person. So you open the door, you kill the monster, you delicately insert your lockpick up your left nostril, all that sort of thing. King's Quest games are third person, so Graham drinks water, Graham picks up a fish, all that sort of thing. And this is in first person. So I do this, I do that. It's interesting. These pillows do look very freshly plumped up. Well then. Lockpicking 0. Nothing under this pillow, which implies something will be under a different pillow. Hello, Dragon Lancer. Welcome. It goes good. Random stream because I can't stream tomorrow and I've got some time today. Nothing under this pillow. Just it levitates up. I found it. Gotta put that back. I'd better not make my theft too obvious. Ding! Ooh, 10 points for that. Anything else interesting? Even his windows are of the finest glass. Their bed curtains of heavy fabric. No, I'm going to save, because I can. Puzzle box. Not a clever save name, but it will do. Couldn't hear a bell from here, but I expect a monk may arrive soon. Can I just dart out before that happens? Let me out! Apparently not. I'm trapped in here forever. There we go. The Bible has a thematic passage if you get close enough to read it. Oh, the door is locked now. All right, well, we're restoring. Oh, yes. I recall this from the One Short-Eyed documentary. I looked at it. Ah, he has it open to the Song of Solomon, chapter 7. How fair and pleasant you are, O loved one, delectable maiden. You are stately like as a palm tree, and your breasts are like its clusters. I say I will climb the palm tree and lay hold of its branches. Oh, may your breasts be like clusters of the vine, and the scent of your breath like apples, and your kisses like the best wine that goes down smoothly, gliding over lips and teeth. Nice. All right, not going to pull the bell pull. We'll just get going. If I can find the exit. There we go. Whoop. That was the abbot's private privy. Definitely not a means of escape. In front of me lies the chapel. Behind me, the unfinished nave. Look, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. The windows are most beautiful. Their colored light uplifts my soul. The scriptures are laid open upon the altar. Can I read? Oh, he won't go. Oh, hi. Who are you? They all look fat and ugly to me. Classy, Robin. Shh. There we go. The scriptures. Okay, so I can't actually read. I remember that I did get through the maze because I did it first try and I celebrated about that. So I'm not going to go through the maze again. Am I done? I might be done. Let's see if I'm done. I see the refectory and the abbot is within at the far end of the room. Okay, he's still passed out. I do have the cask back. These abbey monks have the softest of wool for the robes and strong silk sashes for belts. Is that just the one that I'm wearing? Have I don't think I've saved the broskies yet. Probably not. Hello, Marius. Welcome in. Playing Conquests of the Longbow. Trying to remember what. It's been months since I've played. So trying to remember what I was doing. Nope, that was apparently wrong. That was the wrong choice. You monk, hold fast. Where did you come from? Seize him! I heard Robin led them a merry chase, for all that he was hampered by the monk's robe. He didn't get far once the alarm went up. The sheriff's furious over discovering those tunnels. He nearly hung the abbot next to Robin. Would that he had hung the abbot instead of Robin. Robin should have been quicker and far more careful. For once much, you have spoken wisely. Alas for poor, dead, careless Robin. There's no use going to pieces. Pull yourself together and start again. Okay, well, whoops. Okay, I got the puzzle box. Let's get out of here. Okay. Yeah, well, oh, yeah, because I'm a monk right now. I don't have any longbows. No longbow pa. Okay. Let's look at the door. I see a tiny peephole in the center of the door. Do. You having fun yet? Will you stop that confounded pacing? I'm bored. Sneak us up a bucket of ale from the pub. That'll keep you busy. I've got such a thirst. I'd throttle me own mother for a mug right now. Give me some money then. Oh, well, if you could pay for it this time. Oh, I knew it. You lost it all to old Harry playing Nine Men's Morris, didn't you? Poor Giles can't save scum like I can. Oh, come on, Roger. Be a good lad. I haven't enough. We only need 4 pennies. We've got 2 farthings and that's it. Won't fill the bucket for less than 4 pennies. Sorry, that's all I've got. Hie yourself up the stairs and tell Jack I need a loan. Why should I? Go on. By Jez, I don't even have an ale before the night is out. You'll never hear the end of it. Very well, if it'll improve your foul temper. Wait, I already owe Jack money. Worst guards. Okay. Money. Table. Two, 3, 4. Give. Hurry up, Roger. I'm coming. Let's get out of here. Roger, did you leave this money here? Not me. If you pretend you just found it, I didn't just find it. Still not enough. Well, I've suddenly remembered that I have a couple of pennies in my boot after all. You lying, miserly hound. Never mind that. Stay here while I fetch the ale. I'll never taste a drop of it. If you fetch it, we'll both go. Pretty typical of guards throughout history. Bored, drink to deal with the boredom. Yes, but you see, that's why there's supposed to be 2 of them. One goes to do stuff and the other one sticks around. I thought that was pennies. Oh, no, pennies are the full. Okay. Oh, I should know that. I thought that it was Mark. Yep. So I put basically 1 penny down. Oopsie poopsie. Psst, lads, it's me, Robin. I told you, Hal. See, Hob, I knew he'd come. Shh, not so loudly. Lower the ladder, Robin. There's none here. They must have stored elsewhere and dare not leave this room. And we're still trapped in this pit? Have faith, I'll find a way. The monk's robes would be of great help once I get the lads out of this pit, but the belts! Get ready, lads. I'm going to make you a rope out of the monk's belts. It's a good thing silk is strong. Dickon, you next. You go next, Hob. You get up that rope right now or I'll box your ears till they bleed. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Quickly, while Hob climbs, take these ropes into the tunnels and put them on. How was he carrying that giant pile? Oh, it was probably the stuffing to make it look like he has a tummy. Okay, how do I get out of here now? Wait here. Make no sound. No, I don't want to go back to the Abbey. That's not where I want to go. How do I get out of here? Adventure game inventory is stored in some kind of pocket dimension with additional space. Huh? Yeah, it's like it's hammer space from anime. It's where the anime girls store their hammers that they just go whah! Hal, go on through, but if you sense anyone, I'll be careful, don't worry. Oops. What's all the noise, Hal? The sheriff with his men and some wenches! He's celebrating have 3 outlaws to hang. Do they look as though they had plenty to drink? Aye, they're well into their cups. Good. That's twice the headache the sheriff will have when he finds you gone. What should we do? Shall we try to get past them as monks? Aye. Aye, we must dare it. The pub's outside the town walls and closer to the forest. He's drunk enough the sheriff should pay little heed to some monks. 'Cause hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around. For the Space Quest 3, you jammed the ladder in your pocket. Ouch. Listen while you 3 go first. Keep your heads down, and don't hurry too much. Don't stop to wait for me, no matter what happens. Hal, you lead the way. The cadence I have for talking as Robin Hood is very much inspired by Snowy from the One Short Eye video. Have the keg back, Mr. Man. Brother! Yes, my son, you are drunk. So I am. Give me a blessing. Everybody stops. Sam, I'm talking to you, monk. Are you deaf? Let me pass. I'm in a hurry. Give the sheriff a blessing, brother, or... Wait on, you look familiar. Oh, God, it's Robin Hood. Oops, I've messed this up. Arrest him. All the sheriff wanted was a blessing. It wasn't like Robin to lose his head when a bit of cunning would have served. I was trying to just give back the keg that I had. He's lost his head now, alas, stretched from a rope. All right, whoopsie. All the way back here, phooey. Okay, let's try this again. Yes. Let's get out of here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I just want to make sure I give this keg back because I can. The door is locked. I could yell for the innkeeper, but that might draw the attention of some sheriff's men that just came in as well. Perhaps I should think about it first. The door cannot be opened from the inside. All right. Maybe if I go back out. Nope. There's still a sheriff's man. I know I can give this keg back. I've done it before. Maybe it's an RNG thing? Ugh. I know I can do this. Yes, yes, yes. Pace, pace, pace. Can I... Oop. I was wondering if I could skip the cutscene. I cannot. Yeah. Pace, pace, pace. We're skipping this because we just watched this. True heroes do return their empties. How else will you get your deposit back? Okay, if I get the boys, then that starts the thing with the sheriff's men. I know I can do this. I've done this before. Maybe I've already missed whatever triggers it so that I can go back. Le feu. Oh well. Jack wasn't very polite about it, was he? He's a spiteful wretch. I'm telling you, I'd brain my own sister for a mug right now. Wow. There's no point going on about it when we haven't got a penny between us. I know. Go ask Will the Weasel. I don't know him. Come on, then. You've got to meet Will the Weasel. Yes, go meet Will the Weasel. Okay. Money. I actually know which one's a penny this time. He wasn't much help, was he? Do you think he'll ever pay back the 2 farthings he just borrowed from me? He's a miserable little dung-eating ferret. I'll cut my own father's throat for a mug right now. You're so violent to your family members. Thank heaven that I'm not related to you, Giles. Exactly. Arthur, you sly old dog. What? You left this money on the table when I wasn't looking. What? I did no such thing. Have your little jest if you like. Stay here while I fetch the ale. I'll never taste a drop of it if you fetch it. We'll both go. Ding. Hey, look, it's a pit full of dudes. Yes. Chat. Oops. And the robes. I'm surprised they bothered making this room. Like, that's 1 second that you see that. But they programmed an entire extra room. And then this way. There's no one in the cellar, but I hear music. It's almost like we've done this before. What's all the noise, Hal? The sheriff with wenches. They're drunk. Oh no. Haha. We're just gonna sneak by them dressed as monks. Hooray. I stay back over here. Can I do it? The sprite of Hob that you see for a few seconds after he comes out is completely different from his normal one. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Also, hello, Snowy. Welcome to the chat. I really enjoyed your performance as Robin Hood in the One Short Eye documentary. And unfortunately, it has completely changed the way I actually perform the part in this. Oh, I want to give the keg back. Brother, bless me. My son, you are drunk. Ah, so I am. Give me a blessing. Fine, I'll give you a blessing. Very well. May God give you all that you deserve, and may I live to see it. Amen. What a great blessing! Best I ever heard. Here's a penny. Thank you, my son. Keep going and keep your eyes down. If we reach the forest unnoticed, we'll be safe. I made a fine monk. You should have seen us. I thought I must laugh or die when the sheriff begged Robin for a blessing. Well, I didn't like being a monk, not for a minute. As soon as we reached the forest, I tore off that robe. You're all so brave. I can hardly believe you're here. It seems a miracle. May the blessed lady guard you and keep you safe forever, Robin Hood. But words aren't enough. Take this gift. The joy upon your face is payment enough. I will not be denied. This comes from the time when I was the guardian of this forest, even as Marion is now. I've never spoken to you about this before, despite the fact that I've apparently known you for many years. Mother? You? A green priestess? Before you were born, I danced the spiral dance and nurtured the spirit of the forest. Step forward, Robin. This golden net is my gift. Use it well, and it will lead you to wisdom, and also a very annoying Keebler elf. Use it wisely, and the forest itself will protect you. Now please, take my sons with you, and let them serve you. I fear they're outlaws from this day on. I'll do as you bid. Thank you for all these precious gifts you bestow upon me. Come on, lads, it's time for indentured servitude. Hal, Hob, and Dickon bade their mother farewell and set about making a place for themselves in the camp. I joined my men for a joyous celebration. A most solemn celebration. May you get all you deserve, and may I live to see it. Robin, you've a wicked wit. This will make one of the finest tales I've ever told. Yada-da-da-da-da. If the sheriff but knew what I think he deserves. Oh, I think he knows. He'll be cursing you roundly tonight when the truth seeps into his drunken skull. Let him curse and rage. Hal, Rob, and Hob, and Dickon, who's Rob, are beyond his reach, and I'm well content with this day's work. And I'm as proud as a man can be to call Robin Hood my leader. Let us toast him, men, over a fire. He will make a fine s'more. A hood, a Robin Hood. Good morning. Yada-da-da-da-da. Greetings, Master Hood. What a fine day it is. The widow promises to bake us some pies as thanks for saving her sons. Ooh, pie. Pie. What do you have to say for yourself? I was watching Watling Street from the Overlook earlier, and there's quite a few monks coming and going today. You'll be off to the fens, I reckon, to fetch that scroll the Lady Marian wants. You'll have a right tricky time getting inside that monastery. Ah, but you see, I have a secret. I've done this before, so I basically know what I'm doing. We'll see if I remember any specifics. Maybe so, maybe no. Tim Finnegan lived in Watling Street, a gentle Irishman, mighty odd. Had a beautiful brogue, so rich and sweet, to rise in the world he carried a hod. Seeing sort of a different way, with a love for the liquor, poor Tim was born. To help him on with his work every day, had a drop of the cracker every morn. Walk the dance your partner, dance, walk the floor, your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Every time they mention Watling Street, that song comes to mind. Hi, friendo. I don't remember if I have... Oh, I have the arcade difficulty actually up. So let's see. I've never done this with the arcade difficulty actually turned on. Let's put it middling. Middling. So I actually have to... Nope, saving. I'm saving. That's what I'm doing, because I've never done the combat before. And as anyone who watched my Quest for Glory EGA stream knows, I'm not good at the arcade stuff, but I want to try. I'm going to try it. Fight. Hi, my guy. You block my way, friend. Aye. So I do. Move aside. And if I do not, since you seem determined to block my way on this incredibly wide street that also has an entire forest I could walk around you on, what is it you want? I'm not a common outlaw. I'm Robin Hood. I'm a cool outlaw. I know of you. I would serve my master well to have you dead. Name your master. Prince John, he who deserves to rule. Traitorous dog, Richard is our king. Not for long. Once Prince John takes the crown, then you outlaws will know the true meaning of fear. He'll not rest until he's hunted down every last one of you and sets you to dancing at the end of the rope. Uncommon outlaw. He's a shiny outlaw. Holographic outlaw. Not even this forest will be large enough to hide you from his wrath. That day will never come. As for what I want, your robe and whatever you carry upon you. Holographic legendary outlaw. By the Trinity, I'll give you nothing but the wrap of my staff upon your skull. Well, just let me toodle my horn here at you. I've seen in fantasy novels where archers will use their longbow as a staff. It's like, no. Don't do that. One man, a dozen, call all your men. It matters not. I'm prepared to die. What's your name? Inigo Montoya? What say you, Robin? Do you wish him taken? What say you, monk? Give me your robe and all you carry upon you, and you'll go in peace. I say, be damned. If God doesn't punish you for your wickedness, Prince John will. You serve the Devil's Hound and speak openly of it? The Devil's Hound is an awesome title. What does it matter? I'll give you nothing of my free will if you seek to take me by force, I'll kill as many of you as I can ere I die. Stand aside, men. I began this, and I shall finish it as honor demands. Ooh, honor spelt with a U. Thank you. 1-to-1. Very well, but beware of him. Can I save again, just to avoid doing all that dialogue in case I die? My men wait for me to take action. I must do nothing else save deal with this monk. Can I have stick? How do I get stick? One more step and I'll crack your skull open. Leave that well enough? Okay, that's not right. Give me a quarterstaff. Enough talk. Are you a man of words or deeds? Remove your robe and turn over your possessions now, or I will kill you. I fear nothing but the judgment of God. I loathe the dishonorable death, but you're a dishonorable foe. You dare! You have a longbow and I a staff. You call this an even match? Who brings a staff to a longbow fight? I challenge you to combat with the quarterstaff. There we go. Okay. I accept. Little John, will you lend me your quarterstaff? This monk has challenged my honor. So many of the Merry Men's origin stories are basically Robin Hood meets a dude in the forest. They fight. The dude beats him. And Robin's like, hey, that's cool. You beat me. You must be amazing. Come join my merry men. He fought Little John with the quarterstaff. But it just makes me think, like, were you actually any good at this? Can I dodge? Is this, oh, well, I won. I don't know what I did, but I won. He fought well. I spammed clicking all over the place, but not well enough. This is the kind of problem that comes up only in video games. How do I grab John's staff? Hey, I don't know what you do in your spare time. Maybe that's a problem you have. That was bad luck. I'll have to make do with his robe and whatever he's carrying. Oops. Did I miss something? Rest yourself, Robin. We'll remove the robe, and when you've changed, I'll take your clothes and weapons to your cave. This is Watling Street, which is an old Roman road that No, I do not remember its exact location, but it does go through Sherwood Forest and Nottinghamshire. Basically, the Merry Men overlook. It's a big travel road, so everybody overlooks it, and they see anybody who's walking through the forest from there. He values it too highly. I don't know what it was because I was talking and not reading dialogue. Ha! They are poorly armed indeed. Good. 'Tis better than not being armed at all, like you. Be off with you, you rascal. I'm sure there was important things said there that I totally missed. Ding! Points for me. So what do I have? I have... 'Tis a whistle made from a marsh reed, which the Fens monk was carrying. That's not John's staff. The road is definitely a focal point. Yeah, it's basically every day. I think just about every day you have to overlook Watling Street to see something happen there. Might not be every single day, but most days. Fens monks. It's the Fens monk's pouch. That's hard to say. Shinies! The monk's pouch contains 9 gemstones. Oh, right. I'll have to look up a guide to this. Yes, it doesn't go north past Nottingham in the game, but it's a real road. Indeed, they discovered a new segment of Watling Street buried in London last year, I think. Neat! Ah, I love history. Whoops. They were talking about John Staff. He values it too highly to lend it to Robin long term. Thank you, Tosta. Oops. Noises? Oh, that's Discord is making... Discord's making lots of noises. Why is my Discord making so much noises? I don't know. You go away so you stop making noises. It's distracting. Okay. Map. The Fens. A grim, well-built Norman fortress of stone, converted by this order of militant monks into a monastery. It's a militant monk monastery? Fun! We built this castle in a swamp, and it fell into the swamp. And I built another castle. It fell into the swamp. But the third castle, it stayed up. Don't need to do anything with that. I know I need the reeds at some point. Or maybe I'm confusing that with King's Quest 2 VGA. Oh, no. No. Oh, darn it. Random fact. The reason a quarterstaff is called a quarterstaff is because it is meant to be held at the quarters. So you can hold it. If you have, imagine this. I don't have my camera up, so I can't make sure I'm in frame. So you have a length like this. You can hold it at 1, 3, like either. Okay. Imagine my blush brush is a quarterstaff. So if this is the full length, you can hold it at the far quarters, or you can hold it at the center and a quarter mark. So that's why it's called a quarterstaff, because based on where you hold it. So you can use it as a long overhand hit. If you hold it at 1/4 and at the half, you can use it for sharper hits if you hold it at the outer quarters. Yeah. Fun things you learn in stage combat class. Doodly doot dee doot. I hear something coming through the fog. Oh, surely me. Heard your signal, brother, but I don't know your face. Have you newly joined our order? Aye, and I've been sent to serve here. Step in then and be seated. I'll take you across. It's always a question like, is it feet or is it hands? It's hands. Oh, sole mio, da 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 da, la 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 la, da 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 da. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. There we go. I should look up the gemstone guide, shouldn't I? That'd probably be a good idea. Conquests of the Longbow gemstone. Oh, Sierra Chest. Sierra Chest hates me. Okay. Coats of arms. Okay, this has got all of it. All right, gemstones. Using hands to enter a boat makes sense after the first time you fall. Yeah, it's just one of those things when you're in an adventure game. It's like, how does the game want me to interact with it? Boats are treacherous for feet. Very true. I have business inside. Let me pass. You are new, brother, therefore you must prove yourself. Are you a true crystal girly? I must have the tokens you bear for the guardian of the gate. This is not the order of things. I must have the first token before I present this. Well, the only other thing I've got is this. This is the first token. I await the rest. Okay, good. We have now managed to successfully clear the little flute from my inventory. I accept your tokens, brother. Now you must prove your knowledge of the lore of the gemstones. So, Rose Quartz and Pearl were fighting for the Earth in the Crystal Gem War thousands of years ago. They partnered up with Garnet. Is that thought the... This is the way of it. Yeah, there are 3 stones which you must choose to answer each riddle. If you're right, you will pass in safety. If you're wrong, commend your soul to God, for you will die here. Here is the first riddle. I'll build a ship to carry me skyward. If it falls, I'll not be harmed. But I will never tell how it's done. What do I have? Okay. Do. Build a ship. I'll build a ship. Agate, turquoise, sapphire. Agate, your first choice is correct, brother. Choose you now 2 more. Agate. Turquoise. The second stone is correct. Choose your last stone for this riddle. Sapphire. Good. Here is the second riddle. A piece of sky fell to my feet, and I picked it up. Where it touched me, it raised boils. I fear it poisons me. What would you give me? Piece of sky. A piece of sky. Okay. Lapis, sapphire, jet. Lapis, sapphire, jet. Here is your final riddle. My trees are heavy with fruit, my heart is full of all desires, and my wife gave birth to a holy child. What do I have? My trees are heavy with fruit. Agate, carnelian, quartz. Agate, carnelian, and quartz. Nope, that's opal. That's quartz. That says it's quartz, but that looks like a diamond. But diamonds weren't actually really all that popular in this era because they hadn't developed the cutting technology yet. Welcome in, brother. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome. Okay. A monk stands guard over a prisoner that's being tortured in this tower. It's a torture tower. You may not enter, brother. Prior's orders. Oh, fine. The door to this tower is locked. I have a hunch the prior lives here. The prior and other monks are in this refectory. Welcome to the Thug Club. Welcome to the Thug Club. We got fun and games. I don't recognize you. Who are you? I am, Brother Eustace. And what do you here, Brother Eustace? I've joined your order so that I may serve Prince John as he deserves. Then you are welcome, Brother Eustace, if you can fight. For there's not one of us that wasn't a soldier before we donned the black robes. There are those with good cause to fear the skill of my arm, your worship, or I would not be wearing this robe. Haha, it's funny because it implies that he beat the other guy over the head. Good, we'll have to put you to the test soon. Have you sworn to obey the vows of our order? Oh, I've made many a solemn oath. Never fear. I know. I'm not going to swear that much on stream. It'd be funny, though. Have a care, Brother Eustace. Your tongue is a mite slippery for a man who has sworn humility and obedience. Please pardon me, your worship. Very well, but we are strict here. Any infraction is punished with lashings. Remember that. Lashings of hard-boiled eggs. Did you come through Nottingham? Seek news of strange happenings there. The abbot has been robbed of a precious ring. Aye, there's a great commotion. I've heard rumor that it was the work of none other than that infamous and handsome and sexy outlaw, Robin Hood. By the Trinity, would that I could lay my hands upon the cur. They'll say he's the cleverest man in Nottinghamshire, perhaps in all of England, and he's also got the most rocking bod. It's a common outlaw, nothing more. The abbot is a fool. This Robin Hood would not escape were he to fall into my hands. The very thought would surely make him throw himself upon the ground and beg for your mercy, your worship. He would get none, mark it well. I'll question you more another time. At the moment I've a prisoner whose tongue has also proven too slippery. But pain will loosen it, if he lives. I don't want to go into the refectory. I want to go over here. There are spiral stairs leading upward in this tower. Yep. I see desks and scrolls inside. This is a room set aside for study. Set aside for study. Fun to say. It's a sturdy chest, just like the abbot likes. It's locked? Rude. Someone has been studying here. Best not disturb anything. I don't know which scroll I need, so this is not time for that. What's up here? The top of these stairs is a locked door with a small barred window. Through it I see a small prison cell with no one inside. Okay. The prior is within, surrounded by torture devices, with his unfortunate victim strung up on one of them. Haven't been into the yard. The open court has only a well in the center. Perhaps this is where the monks practice fighting with the quarterstaff. These cells are cold and sparsely furnished. These monks lead an ascetic life. I try to lead an aesthetic life. Nah, that was... Okay, can't go in there. I guess back to the refectory? The Normans who built this fortress must have left behind this effigy of a Norman knight. Okay, can't go in there. What to do? This scroll tells of Amazons. These were wives whose husbands were killed in war. Deeply affected, they rose up and killed all the men who remained so that all the women would be equally affected. Last we saw, the sheriff was leading an anesthetic life. Yes! Well done, Toastadojin. They then turned and destroyed the enemy who had first slain their husbands. They burned off the right breasts of the girl children so that they would not be hampered in shooting the bow. No, thank you. The Amazons had two queens, Marpesia and Lampetto, and they would draw a lot to see who would go to war and who would remain to protect their home. The Amazons conquered most of Europe, took many cities in Asia, and founded other cities and became rich with plunder. Such fear they did spread that at last Hercules came with 9 warships and assaulted them by surprise and massacred the 2 sister queens who ruled then, Antiope and Orithia? Not sure. Penthesilea then became queen and fought heroically in the Trojan War. Thus reads the history of Paulus Orosius of the 5th century. Neat. This scroll contains a piece of history written by Paulus Orosius of the 5th century. It deals with Vesores, king of Egypt in 480 Anno Domini. Vesores claimed war on the Scythians and sent an envoy with the terms of submission. This only angered the Scythians. Thinking Vesores was rich and stupid, the Scythians warned him to beware the uncertainties of war. Then, to forestall the attack on them, they marched forth and attacked Vesores. They drove Vesores out of his own realm, but the Egyptian army forced them to retreat until they were too severely hampered by marches to continue their war. Thereupon, the Scythians instead subdued Asia in war lasting 15 years. They were only forced to return to their homeland by the demands of their wives, who threatened that if they did not return, the women would have children by men of other tribes. Interesting. This scroll describes the death of Attila, as written by Jordanes in the 6th century. Attila had an endless number of wives, as was the custom of his race. But the excess of his indulgences in women, combined with too much wine, caused him to fall asleep upon his back, whereupon a bloody flux from his nose flowed into his throat and killed him. The people of his race mourned him with great clamor. The men cut deep wounds into their faces so they would weep manly blood instead of tears. You know, if I had a giant cut in my face, I would weep tears as well as blood tears. Women wept and wailed and cut their hair, yet so terrible was Attila that his death can only be counted a blessing. Isidore of Seville of the 7th century wrote the Etymologies. Herein is a writing upon the origin of glass. Toasted Judge with the crying emote. Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. It says glass came from Phoenicia next to Judea. There is a swamp from which comes the river Belus at the base of Mount Carmel, and it flows for 5 miles into the sea. The sands are washed clean from the river, and where meals were prepared along the beach, and have no stones to place under utensils, they put down lumps of the mineral natron from their ships. When the natron burned, it mixed with the sand, and the new liquid flowed, but was translucent. Soon, by experimentation with other substances, they developed the art and learned to melt copper and natron within, and afterward to blow the lumps into shapes. A legend says that a man bought a glass phial to Tiberius Caesar and threw it upon the ground. It did not shatter, but dented like metal. The man could hammer it back into shape like metal, yet it was glass. Caesar asked if anyone else knew of this secret. The man said only he knew, whereupon Caesar had him decapitated, saying that if glass could be made that did not break, then gold and all metals would be worth no more than mud. Ooh. William of Newburgh reports this in the Historia Rerum Anglicarum. He tells of a village at the mouth of the River Tweed in the northern regions. A poor but very evil man was buried, but at night would leave his grave and walk again. At his side would run a pack of barking dogs. This sight and sound threw the people into great terror until he returned to his grave at dawn. Those unlucky to be caught would have their blood sucked by this creature. The elders consulted, having heard other tales. Thus they hired 10 bold young men to dig up the horrible corpse and chop it to pieces, then burn it. Yet after it was destroyed, still a plague came and killed most of the people, and it was said the plague came from the walking dead. Ooh. There's no notation of the writer on this scroll, yet it seems to speak of the history of this very fortress turned monastery. It speaks of the Ignis Fatuus, the will-o'-the-wisps, whose names means foolish fire. These, it says, are the spirit of the dead, those who drowned in this fens. It speaks also of the guardians of the gate, and names them thusly: Cogito the thinker, Melitia the malicious, Ineptus the foolish, Vocalis the speaker, Aininus Iounus the hungry, Hilarus the jolly, and Deformus the ugly. It ends with this: when you've touched the face of wisdom and the face of that which hungers, then will the fool's tongue be loosened and the path made clear. Wisdom, hunger, fool. Cool. I'm sure I'm going to remember that. Big Metal's been suppressing the truth about glass for thousands of years. And then along comes Corningware. And Pyrex. Nearly unbreakable glass. Not totally. Herein Sulpicius Severus of the 5th century writes the power of Saint Martin, who had gone to a pagan village and destroyed an ancient temple. He began then to cut down a sacred pine tree, but the priests of the place objected. Saint Martin explained that it was not holy, but the boldest of them challenged him. He said, "If you have such faith in this God you worship, we will ourselves cut down this tree if you will allow yourself to be bound to the ground where it will fall, trusting only to your God to save you." This St. Martin allowed, and was made fast unto the ground, where the pagans thought no doubt could be that the tree would fall. As they cut, they cried out joyously, drawing a crowd. St. Martin had no fear and waited patiently, with full faith in the Lord. As the tree fell crashing, he lifted up his hand, and the tree was driven back to fall in the opposite direction, nearly falling upon those who had cut it. Thus were the pagans dismayed, and the village brought under the salvation of God. The duties of the cellarer of a monastery are described. He must be intelligent, mature of character, sober, have no greed, nor be lazy or insulting, nor boisterous. He should do nothing without the abbot's orders, and do whatever he is ordered. He should not offend the brothers, and should answer with humility and reason any untoward request. He should care for children, guests, the sick, and poor, for his treatment of them will be weighed on the day of judgment. He is to look after the vessels and all sacred articles of the monastery. He is to give out equally and fairly the apportioned provisions to all brothers. This is written by Benedict of Nursia in the 6th century in his Regula. Lots of neat things buried in this. Oh, no, I read that one already. By Venetius Honorius Clementianus Fortunatus, taken from opera Patrologia Latina in 6th century. Do you think these thugs had read this scroll? One of them probably did. It's a poem entitled Curse on the Chef. Black-hearted wretch, all caked in smoke, face like a stew pot smeared with soot. Like your utensils, filthy black, you three-legged pot, you slimy pan. You don't deserve these verses mine. I'll make a charcoal sketch instead, whose shameful likeness will recall a pitch-black-hearted man withal. And 'tis followed by Take It Easy, which reads as follows. Drop business and lawsuits on the Palatine. This festive table bids you dine and wine. Let din of law and wrangling cases rest. The day is joyless. To relax is best. Cool. Oh, this fits the description Marion gave me. I'll tuck it in my sleeve. No, not St. Martin again. Why do I keep on clicking on this one? The scroll speaks of what philosophers call atoms, which are so minute that they are indivisible and cannot be cut or divided or further broken down. It is believed that these atoms sweep through the void of the universe restlessly, going in all directions. Some ancient philosophers considered that all things, grass, crops, trees, fire, water, spring from and are composed from these atoms. In Greek, tomos means division. Atomos means indivisibility. Thus writes Isidore of Seville in the Etymologies in the 7th century. Neat! Here's a description of a palace in Constantinople called Magnora or Magna Aula, meaning the Great Court. The emperor's chair within this palace was so constructed that it could be raised to a great height, even unto the ceiling, and lowered again. Before the seat was a tree made of gilded bronze in whose branches were birds of gilded bronze, which would utter notes to match their species. Gigantic lions of gilded wood or bronze had tails that would lash the ground, jaws that opened to emit roars with quivering tongues. Hello, Drew Stew. Doing well. It's not my usual day to do a stream, but it's Christmas. It's the week between Christmas and New Year's. Do days really have any sort of meaning? This was written by Liutprand in his Antipodosis in the 10th century. 'Tis from an Anglo-Saxon manual of astronomy written but a century ago. Ooh, so modern. It notes how the sea flows according to the rising of the moon, and that a tree cut down during a full moon will be harder against worm eating than those cut down under a new moon. It is not stars but fire that falls from the sky, being fire which flies from heavenly bodies, for stars are fixed as God placed them in the firmament and cannot fall as long as this world endures. Yet the moon, sun, and evening and day star and 3 other stars are not fixed and move in their courses through the heavens. Septem planetae, these 7 are called. Oops. That's the same one. I gotta remember which one I clicked on before going to the next. From the Vita Caroli, written by Einhard in the 9th century, is a description of the habits of Charlemagne, ruler of the Franks. It says that he was extremely temperate in partaking of food and drink, especially drink, and abhorred drunkenness, especially in himself or any of his family. Happy holidays to you as well, Drew Stew. He ate only 4 courses in his daily meal, and most dearly loved hunted meat roasted over a spit. During the meal, he would hear some sort of recital or entertainment of history and stories of ancient deeds. Often in summer, after a light meal of fruit, he would sleep for 2 or 3 hours, for he would wake 4 or 5 times during the night. He would admit friends, litigants, and do other business even while dressing if the need was urgent. He knew many foreign tongues and was exceedingly skilled in Latin. He valued scholars and had many learned teachers, and studied also rhetoric and astronomy. He would fill his bed with tablets and notebooks, attempting to learn the art of writing, though he advanced not far in this, having started late in life. Aww. Oh, I read that one. I think I got all of them. Was he a hobbit? Only 4 courses. Oh, the way that meals were served in the medieval period, it would be like, you wouldn't like take some meat and put, well, you definitely wouldn't take potatoes because those were from Peru. But meat and vegetables and bread, you'd be like, here is the meat. Everybody eats meat. Here is the next thing. Everybody eats that. So just 4 different things in a meal, really. It would be served on a chunk of bread as a plate. Trencher. We weren't intended to eat the trencher. But it just was sort of, after the meal, the trenchers would be, what do you seek, brother? I wish to leave. The prior's not given permission for anyone to leave today. Ah, but the prior has given me a mission. Then I must have proof or word from the prior. Those are his orders. Until then, you may not pass. Punk. Huh. Okay. Huh. What am I missing? What did I miss? What did I miss? A bit large and heavy to carry off, I think. I can't take the, like, 8-foot tall statue. Really? I think I can carry that. What am I missing? Oh, now I can go in here. Answer me. Speak or I'll put weights on your feet and rip your arms from their sockets. Him. I tell you, Brother Eustace, I've never seen a more stubborn, stupid creature than this miserable dwarf. He does look miserable. I've wasted enough time here. You're to stand guard and increase his pain in any way you can. When he's ready to talk, send for me. I'll be in the scribe's room. Do the rats talk? There's no answer.
Yeah, what do you want?
I knew the rats would talk. Just gonna save. Saving the guy. You set me free, but the prior bade you. Shrivel his black soul. I'm no servant of his. Such kindness makes you a giant among men, and men are giants indeed when I'm amongst them. Yada-da-da-da-da. How can you jest when you still shake with pain? But I am Folk the Jester, don't you know? Court Jester to God save him, Richard Coeur de Lion. It's very interesting that Richard the Lionheart is one of the few English kings who is known by, like, a name. Usually it's like Elizabeth the First, or John the however manyth, but only Richard is the Lionheart. I'll never betray my beloved master, so if this is some filthy trick to win my trust. Nay, listen well. I'll place my life in your hands to show my good faith. I am no monk. I am Robin Hood. Oh, sorry. Should that mean something? Only that I'm the most hunted outlaw in all England. My mom told me so. You have but to whisper my name to these monks and I'm a dead man. Epithet, that's the word. I'm like, it's a name. There's a word for having a name as a... Pray pardon me, I've been on the crusades with Blessed Mary protect him, our beloved king for many years. Alas, he's still a prisoner in Europe. There was also Edward the Confessor. True. Oh, now I've just got the Horrible Histories song. My master sent me ahead of him, so I escaped Leopold's ambush, but in reaching England, I fell into Prince John's hands. May he suffocate in offal. That would be awful. He turned me over to these monks who seem to know you well enough. I swear by the Virgin Mary, I'm not one of them. Prior swears by the Holy Three, yet he tortures me. How would you have me prove myself, Fulk? Why should you want to? As I love my king, I swear I will not leave here unless I take his devoted servant with me. And I will not leave here without my verses. I beg your pardon? They're written upon a ragged bit of scroll wrapped around a wooden cylinder. The prior, may the devil feed him dung for eternity, has taken them. The prior seeks to decode the secrets of my verses, but he must not, or I will have failed the trust my king placed in me. Return my scroll to me, and I'll never doubt you again. Is it this? Oh, nope, that's the hand scroll. Okay. William the Conqueror and Ethelred the Unready. Okay, you know what? Good point. Where did I read? Maybe I'm conflating two different things because... No, there's more Richards. This is the problem because occasionally you'll read a fun fact and then it's like, yes, I believe this fact. I have read it. And then you don't actually think through the rest of it. Weird. And I may have misconstrued what I was reading in the first place, which is entirely possible. Okay. Back up to the tower. The prior is engrossed in studying a small scroll. It's a very human experience, but I'm a mermaid. Says it in my Twitch name. Hit on the head. Oh. You know what? I'm saving again. Saving the guy. I'll just save over saving the guy. Pardon me. Eh? Ah, Brother Eustace. Has the congian broken? I don't know what that word means. Have you loosened his half-wit tongue? Nay, your grace. What are you doing here? One of your most trusted brothers arrived to take my place and bade me tell you he'd break the dwarf for you soon enough. Which brother dared you to countermand my order to you? Forgive me, your worship, his name was clear fled my poor brain. 'Tis a poor brain indeed, a bacon brain more full of fat than sense. Ooh, that's a good insult, I like that. Do what you will for now, I'll deal with your punishment and his later. Allow me to refill your goblet, your worship. Oh no! You stupid, clumsy, worthless... Clean up this mess. I'm going to my tower to wash out my robe. That works. I, clumsy as a fox, your worship. A treat for me. Let his worship clean up himself. Oh, burn. Of course, it's as far away as possible. Bulk is still here as I left him. Have a scroll, let's look at this scroll first. On the scroll are folks' scribbled bits of doggerel. I'll open folks' scroll. That's difficult to say. The trees argued amongst themselves to decide who was first amongst trees. In Latin, they spoke. Bairn said, my power increases beneath water. Red is my crowning beauty, Lewis claimed. I do not sleep in winter, said Aelm. I strangle even the strongest, Gort said. Music hides within me, said Ruis. Ochtak said, much is made of me. So the trees argued, but the key is this. Every tree is first amongst trees, and first they are in order spoken. Bless you, hooded Robert. Congian is an obsolete word for entertainer. It's the same root as congeniality. Thank you very much. Robin Hood, not hooded Robert. Sorry. No matter, we must turn our wits to escape. There's a way, a secret way. Follow me. The monks brought me in this way. Looks like a solid wall, but press here and it opens. Follow me. Please, let's go at once. As soon as they discover I'm gone, they'll come looking for us. And we now know you use a hand to get into the boat. The gargoyle has a thoughtful look. What a malicious looking gargoyle this is. It's a foolish looking gargoyle. Quite a mouth on that gargoyle. Gargoyle has a lean and hungry look. I'd say this gargoyle was sculpted by someone with a sense of humor. What a particularly hideous gargoyle. And none of them are gargoyles. These are all grotesques. Because a gargoyle has to have water running through it. It's from the French gargouille, to gargle. Okay. You know what would have been smart if I'd actually remembered what, which faces I was supposed to do. Do I have that over here? Sierra Chest, just remember, resource limit is reached. Sierra Chest, you have so much good information. Why do you always not want to load? Is there not water running right through the middle of those guys? But it has to go through their throats for the gargling. Okay. Let's see here. Do. Okay. Thoughtful, hungry, foolish. Thoughtful. The gargoyle may have shifted slightly at my touch, but it may have been a trick of the water. Oh, yes, I did know you. I forgot about that. Do not bother me. I'm thinking about weighty imponderables.
You are stupid as a sack full of hammers.
Gosh, what was the question?
When I howl, the rocks listen and the stones obey. Beware of my voice, for it is the voice of death. La 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 la.
If I were not stone, I would leap from here and devour you.
You look delicious.
Are we having fun yet? Do not look upon me. I am utterly deformed. A curse upon the stonecutter who gave me such a face. Okay. Typical day. Oh, shoot. As I suspected, you've trapped yourself. Will you surrender or
Rot in hell.
will be there before me? Vocalis, speak.
Aye, master. Call death upon the head of yonder sinner.
Whoopsie. We'll go back to saving the guy. Yeah. Oh. Mine. Speedrun strats. In that I know what I need to do now. Have a scroll, my dude. Actually, I'm going to just check this because okay. Yeah. Okay. So, thoughtful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank the Virgin it didn't bite my fingers, so I almost thought it felt it move at my touch. 1, 2, 3. Ah, now I've found the means to loosen this fool's tongue. And this is the hidden counterweight to raise the gate. You've done it! We're free! Shh! Listen.
Shh, listen.
They've discovered our escape. Thank the Blessed Lady the fog is so thick on these waters. They'll hide us until we reach the shore. Scoot! Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. My poor words of gratitude could never express what is in my heart. Let me give you 2 parting gifts to show my sincerity. Take these ragged verses of mine. They hold secrets within secrets, treasures within treasures. Ocarina flashback. I have never actually played a Zelda game. I just really like doing a Navi voice. Now open the end of the wooden cylinder and close your eyes and you will get a big surprise. Tap gently within your hand what is hidden within. By the Virgin, a magnificent ring of lapis lazuli set in silver. No ordinary ring either. My master, God save the king, saved the life of a magician during the siege of Jerusalem. The magician gave him 2 magic rings, the ring that commands fire and the ring that commands water. The abbot of Nottingham, may his brain be infested with leprous maggots, has taken the ring that commands fire for himself. Whosoever wears that ring cannot be harmed by fire, however hot. What you hold in your hands is the ring that commands water. In truth, it commands elemental spirits or other such beings that live in watering places rather than commanding the water itself.
I bid you keep it safe until my master can come calling for it himself. And I charge you, if ever you can deprive that fat, scabrous abbot of the fire ring, you'll be doing your king a noble service. I give you my word to put my wits to it. If it can be done, I will find a way. Then I commend to you these bits of tomfoolery that I call verse. With them you will find the key to unlock the ring of fire. Farewell, then. I'm off to find Queen Eleanor and serve her until my master, bless him, is returned to us. Farewell, folk. We shall meet again, if God wills.
It commands the midichlorians.
I hurried back to camp as quickly as I could, arriving shortly after dusk to find the men anxiously awaiting my return. They were overjoyed with my success.
Gargoyles and dwarfs, secret waterways, and a magic ring, truly wondrous elements from which to spin a tale. I hope this folk reaches the Queen safely. It's one more proof of the treachery of these monks under Prince John. It's a grim place, and one I hope never to visit again. Too bad! You'd best be careful not to encounter one of them if you wear that black robe again. They'll surely be after your blood now. 'Tis a sin that such men dare wear holy robes. But Tuck, you're the deadliest man with a blade that ever donned a friar's frock. Well, there's nothing wrong with a holy man who could fight, but to torture the king's jester is unforgivable. Guard that ring well, Robin. Though I've no liking for magic myself, it may yet be of service to you. Even if it were not magic, I'd guard it well because it belongs to the king. Tuck, lead us in a prayer for the deliverance of good Richard Lionheart. A noble thought. Maybe the thing I was thinking of that he referred to as Richard Lionheart rather than like as if it is his name, like, and everyone else, like, it's not William Conqueror or Ethelred Unready, it's Richard Lionheart, like it's his last name. Maybe that's what I read. Alrighty. So today is gonna be the day where I have to solve a puzzle. Okay, I've got my Captain Planet ring on. This wooden box is cleverly made. It is locked, but with no lock that I can see. Renamf Iobes de Gluck. It's weird that you have to open the scroll before it lets you do anything with it. Okay. F. So, from what I remember, this puzzle... Is that Mermish? Gobbledygook. Okay. Back in the day, I'd write this down on like an envelope back, but modern problems call for modern solutions. Okay. If I remember correctly, which I might not. No, this doesn't go together. Okay. What next? Is this the bit where I have to catch that stupid Keebler elf? The first time I played this is, I gave up at this point where I had to catch the elf because I couldn't figure it out. Come back, my dude. Yoo-hoo! I only want to capture you and deprive you of your freedom. Darn it. Let's slow things down a little. Oh. Well, nope, that obviously didn't work. Oh, you're going to continue to be slow until you get over there. Okay. Ugh. Do I have to throw it, like, ahead of him? The nonsensical hitbox part of the game? Yeah. Ugh. But he doesn't go in a straight line. Where are you, you little... Ugh. Oh, no, it looked like it hit him. No. Mean. The last time I played, I got this on like the second try. I was like, oh, I figured it out. I'm so smart and good at things. And then, no, never again. Come here, you little so-and-so. That would serve no It would. Apparently I clicked on the bush. No! Come on, my guy. Come on. I am Robin Hood, the greatest of archers, and I cannot throw a net to save my life. No, you ran through it. I saw you. Little jerk. He was in it that time. That is not fair. I don't know how speedrunners manage this. Robin is good with Marion, but not with Annette. You're on fire tonight, Toasta. Oop, no, don't leave. Oh, no. Failure. Dishonor. Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on your cow. You guys saw that. He ran right through it. That is not fair. This part is one of the most stressful parts of the speedrun. It's not fair. It's not fair. Christy Marks, why do you hate us so? Like, am I dishonor on you, Pixie? dishonor on your sacred groves. When he gets close to Robin, the cursor locks. So it's like, oh, I'm about to get him. And then I don't have access to click. No. Absolute failure. Come on, Robin. You can do it. There you come. Oh. This is so mean. This is so mean. Trying so hard. I tried so hard. Yeah, that I wasn't gonna get that one. That one I knew. You deserve to be in a net, you annoying little pixie. Robin! Get it together. Like, am I supposed to throw it in front of the pixie? Or actually click on the little so-and-so? Yes, please. Please hint, yes. Because otherwise I will go insane. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get that one. Hints, 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 hints. Hello, Spider. Welcome in. I'm trying to catch a pixie and he's a jerk. Throw it on the ground so he runs into it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Putting the arcade on, of course. That would make sense. Except I clicked on the bush. Wasn't for the bush, I would have got that one. I'm 100% sure because it's the bush's fault. I am blaming the foliage. Oh no, I hit the bush again. Ugh. Hello, Encia. Welcome. Oh, the arcadon though makes the pixie run slightly towards the net. Good. Okay, I'm just gonna scoot over this way so that I'm not. Less likely to throw it into the bush that way. At last, Pixie, grant my wish. I wish for $1 million and hookers and blow.
No wish. Pixie, no wish.
What do you mean? You can't grant wishes?
Pixie, no power. Green Man, big power. Green Man, sleep oak. Dream magic, all forest. Say go. Pixie, drink. Green Man, all wishes. Say go.
Very well. Go.
All good. Follow. Old Man Oak, Father Tree, Green Man, come and see.
I heard my wood child call. So, fleshling, you seek me. I am here. Do you rule the forest, Green Man?
I am its heart and soul. My will moves from root to root. My thoughts soft in the leaves. Hello? The pixie said you grant all wishes. They are acorn imps, foolish and rootless. Wishes are the dream stuff of fleshlings. Mine is the power to grant you the protection of the druid trees. But my protection is not easily earned. My riddles are perilous. Those who fail my test join the forest and are nevermore clothed in flesh. Dwell upon that before you speak again.
No, it's not my first time playing it, but I think I've only completed it once before. Impressively correct pronunciation. You learned how that word is said today. I think it's like, I know it's. You did check how it's pronounced. Hooray! Occasionally, you just find a word. It's like, what? Where did that word come from? Okay. I'm going to save just in case I misclick. Tree riddles.
Give me all riddles, Green Man. I will risk all. In that I have saved moments ago. This you may not do yet. To answer my riddles, you must know the druid code. To earn that, you must seek out she who is the forest priestess. Fine. The most interesting part is you knew that word, but apparently never read it out loud nor heard it. Oh, I have such problems with that. Like, my biggest problem is with the word gauge. Gauge. Every time I read it, my brain goes, that word is gauge. I have my gas gauge on my car. The pressure gauge. It's not gauge. It was never gauge. Will never be gauge. It's gauge. Girlfriend!
'Tis good to see you safe, Robin.
How do you know when I seek you here? It's most uncanny. It is almost like this is a scripted event.
The willows gather messages for me from all parts of the forest. I know you've been to the monastery and the other monastery.
Did the willows tell you of Fulk?
The king's fool? What of him?
I rescued him from torture at the hands of the monks.
Oh, Robin, I'm very fond of Fulk. Was he badly hurt?
He's much shorter than when he started. I found him before the strappado had worked much damage. He's gone to the queen.
I'm so glad to hear it. Thank you for saving him.
To see you smile, I would brave 100 torture chambers, as long as I am just walking into them and not actively being tortured.
Don't say that. Let us speak only of good news and future plans.
Okay. What's my favorite interpretation of Robin Hood? Ooh. As terrible as this is, the Disney Robin Hood with the foxes, I love that one. It's so good. It's so fun. I love it. You read it as Gauge, but that's because in French it's pronounced Georges and spelled Georges. Our spelling is complicated, but leads to consistent pronunciation. That's a good answer. It's a surprisingly good interpretation. Yeah, it's fun. I really enjoy it. Anytime I put that on, it's a good time. You were thinking of that interpretation while asking that? Like, yeah, it's so good. Like, I do a lot of 12th century medieval reenactment stuff. I should probably pick a more historical version, but yeah, Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, that's got my heart.
Would you like to hear how I entered, then escaped the monastery? I would be delighted. Some other time. There's so much I need to tell you.
That is, if you've succeeded. All right. Gonna give that bitch a scroll. Bitches love scrolls. You are so clever. Now I have a gift of great importance to bestow upon you. A kiss? Robins, cease being a rogue for but a moment and watch closely. Your life and all our plans will depend on knowing what I will now show you.
Just remember that. You all remember that, right?
Long ago, the Druids devised this hand code. By touching the tip or a part of each finger, the thumb or the palm, you signify a certain letter. In this way, you can spell out words upon your hand. Unfortunately, we are in the 12th century, and unified spelling is not yet a thing. Also, we do not speak English. We speak Anglo-Saxon. The letters are branded in my mind. I close my eyes and see them still. Aye, the spell upon the scroll has that power. That is why I had to have it. But let us be sure. Spell out Robin with the hand code.
Okay. Oh, it's just doing it. Okay.
Keep the scroll safe. So I may study this code again? Nay, only a priestess such as myself can make the letters appear. But you must give it to the queen's spy. The queen has a lady who will teach the hand code to her most trusted knight. It will be that queen's knight who will receive whatever ransom you have when the time comes. And this queen's spy? Soon, the Saturday fair begins in Nottingham. The queen's spy will come disguised as a scholar. Amidst the numerous merchants and vendors from all parts of England, he can mingle more safely. He'll carry a book containing royal coats of arms. Mayhap he will mingle freely enough, but you've said naught of how I shall perform this miracle. I would do it myself, but I'll be too closely watched. If you doubt you can carry out such a difficult task, little vixen, hey, she's a fox too. You prick my pride, knowing full well I'll die of shame before I fail you. Also, you pride my prick, what? And how prettily you blush, knowing I have caught you out. I keep forgetting you're not like other men.
He's not like other men.
Truly, it is too dangerous. I won't ask it of you. The prince will also have spies there. Do you think you could keep me away from Nottingham's largest fair? The archery tournament alone would draw me in. As the sheriff will expect, I can fool the sheriff. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. Robin, if you do meet me in the town, we must act as strangers. I'll take care not to endanger you. Now, how am I to find the queen's spy? There could be more than one scholar. Aye, and he'll be testing you as well. When you speak with him, you must ask him to show you the coat of arms of the Norman kings. He'll open his book and show you coats of arms. You must be sure he shows you the right one. When you see the correct coat of arms, give him the hand scroll at once. And after the fair, shall I meet you here again? Or will you come to my camp and meet my men? I'd like that. I'll come on the night after the fair. I'll watch for you. There's something I wish you to do even before then. What? Another task? This is for your own protection. Now that you know the hand code, you must seek out the green man who dwells in the ancient oak. I know the grove and the oaky well. You seem most anxious about this. The sheriff has been raising a force of men and threatens to scour the forest clean of outlaws. If you can gain the green man's protection, it could save your life. I'll heed your words and do as you ask.
Yay!
Oh, there's been many chattings while I was looking at it.
Let's see what y'all have been saying. Okay. So I have to finish Robin Hood on Amazon. You only watched the first episode. Ooh, I actually have Prime right now. I might have to check that out. Wish we had a written reinterpretation of Alice in Wonderland. Find most animated interpretation in games always lack a little something, but the written interpretation feels so old. Yeah, the book is fascinating. It's once you've read the book and then you watch like the Disney version or whatever, it's always surprising, like, oh, they took this bit but put it into a different context, or just threw in stuff from Through the Looking Glass. For example, in the Disney version, when Alice grows for the first time, and then she encounters a bird that goes, serpent, serpent, I'm not a serpent. It's because in the book, just her neck grows. So yeah, she's gonna look like a serpent with a big neck and neck. But I was always confused by that. Like, why does the bird think she's a serpent? She's just a really big lady. What? And the live action Disney with Johnny Depp, bleh, no. I hate when modern retellings of historical things do the whole, like, oh, well, our main female character is not like other girls. She doesn't wear corsets and is a wild child. Like, no, a corset is a bra. A corset is a bra. They're not comfortable, but if you don't wear them, clothes don't do what they're supposed to. Like, bah. Disney Robin Hood is the most historically accurate Robin Hood. Yes, in that no one wears pants. Okay. Anthropomorphic doesn't mean fully unrealistic. We have Le Fable de La Fontaine, in France, which critique the monarchy court by making everyone anthropomorphic animals to not be attacked. Actually, the reason why the Disney Robin Hood is, like, why Robin Hood is a fox is based on Renaud the fox from French folktale, and Alan Adale is a rooster because he is Chanticleer, the rooster that believed he had to crow to bring the sun up every morning. Was also it's the story in Rockadoodle. Speaking of Alice, you want to check out the Alice horror game? I've heard that it's very good, but I'm not much for horror. To be fair, it does contribute to the what feeling of everything. So you could argue it plunges deeper into absurdism. Absolutely true. Okay. Is there more you can tell me of the Green Man? He'll test you, and the test will require all your wits, and if you fail... If I fail? You must not. That's all I can say. Grab. I shall lay no hand upon this lady until I know she wishes it as much as I. Is that the abbot's? Aye. Has he missed it yet? I shall say he has. What a fine fit of temper he was when he found it gone. Heard rumors it contains a magic ring. Been told this myself, but I've yet to open the box. Perhaps you'd care to try. Nay, you're bound to be more clever with such a thing, 'cause I'm just a girl. Keep trying. The tone of horror really doesn't mesh well with your interpretation of Alice in Wonderland personally, but I've heard it's really good. Yeah, I'm just not much for platformers and combat games myself. QFG is my one game that yes, I'll do the arcade sequences in Quest for Glory. But other than that, I try to avoid it. Can't handle psychological horror anyway. Any other type of horror is fine. I'm not much of a horror fan. My husband loves horror. One of our first dates was actually to go see the movie Quarantine. I listened to the movie because I spent the entire film with my head buried in his chest. Like, nope, I'm not looking. You're not looking.
And I think that was his plan the whole time. Have I tried Heroine's Quest? I have not yet. I've got to get around to that. I've got it on, but I just haven't actually played it. You remember that movie? Yeah, it seemed like an interesting story, but mostly what I remember is a lot of screaming. Can be slightly interested in horror, but never a fan, except when it's video game lore or cool mechanics. In that case, you can be very invested. Yeah, like I don't want to be actually like startled and scared, but I can be interested in like, ooh, that's spooky. I don't know if that made any sense. I've forgotten what Marion and I were talking about. Let's just Okay. The news of the sheriff raising more men concerns me greatly. He swears he'll not rest until he's searched every glade of Sherwood. Is there a chance he could find your camp? We're well hidden. I worry more about you in town where I cannot protect you. When a land has no justice, no place is safe. I've told you all I can for now. When I see you next, it will be at the fair. Are you going to Nottingham Fair? There's always amazing, cool discussions with all of you. Lurking is hard sometimes. I appreciate your attempts at lurking, Ancia. You're big on horror. Grew up playing Silent Hill when it came to movies like Aliens and also movies like Friday the 13th and the Silent Hill movie. You hate horror movies. There's enough bad stuff in the real world. It's a really long discussion for a game. I guess maybe used to modern cinematics. Yeah, it's like, I think I talked to Marion like 3 times. Taking my stuff. If there's any psychological horror elements, you hate them. Usually not that interested. There can be a few exceptions though. In grade school, a friend's mom took you to see Freddy versus Jason? Oh no. Okay. Map. Saving over that. Because my walkthrough here says specifically, save game and shoot the tree. Easter egg. Rootless fleshling vermin. How dare you treat me like some common tree? Sink deep roots, drink of sun and rain, and never be a man again. Whoopsie! Not that bad of an ending, to be fair. Yeah, the problem is now I just have to wait for a hero to come along to give a gift of, like, to pour water on my roots, give me a hug, talk to me. And then some apothecary guy will come by and bring me back to life. And then we'll go and live in Silmaria. Okay. Mr. Tree Man, give me a tree. You have returned with greater knowledge than when you left. But this knowledge is only a beginning. You must dare my riddles if you are to earn the protection of the trees. What is your name? What is your quest? I'll risk the peril of your riddles if that is the only way I may earn your protection. It is the only way. Let us begin. What are you Tongue cleave! Speak no more. Legs to wood, toes to root, deep into the earth you dig. Half man, half tree, only the freedom of your hands I leave thee. If you pass my riddles, I will restore you. If you fail, you will become a full oak and never walk as a man again. I will pose the riddle. You must spell out the answer in the druid code. I will begin. Highborn, my touch is gentle, purest white is my lace. Silent, silent is my kingdom, green is the color of my death.
Winter? I'm seeing if I can solve the riddle myself. Let's see. Just gonna... Where's my cursor gone? Seriously, where's my cursor gone? Oh, my mouse died. The delights of wireless technology. There we go. So I think it's winter. Highborn. Snow. Okay. So. S. N. O. W.
Aye, that is the word. 2 more riddles you must answer. Here is the next. I am the outstretched fingers that seize and hold the wind. Wisdom flows from me in other hands. Upon me are sweet dreams dreamt. By merest touch brings laughter.
Think winter is also valid? Yeah, it's like it would be a good answer. It doesn't work in this case, but I have to have the actual right answer. Okay.
I am the outstretched fingers that seize and hold the wind.
Feather? Yes! Okay.
F. E. A. T. H. E.
R. Oh, it's actually accepted by the game? Cool!
Ah, you're right again. The final riddle is upon you. Golden treasures I contain, guarded by hundreds and thousands. Delicious. Stored in a labyrinth where no man walks, yet men come often to seize my gold. By smoke I am overcome and robbed, then left to build my treasure anew.
Honey? Yeah. Oh, but golden treasures I contain. It's beehive or hive. They allowed for a number of accepted answers. This game is not like other Sierra games. I wasn't sure if this was like something that was in the manual, like this is the answers to the riddles, because there's so many copy protections on this, which I think is very funny. In the upcoming fair scene, like I know that Laurie and Corey Cole, like I don't know all of the details, but I know they worked with Christy Marks on the development of this game, like just in sort of a mentorship position. And they were against having copy protection in their games. Like in Quest for Glory 1 and 2, there's actually a thing at the beginning that says like, oh, you need to have the manual to complete the game. You absolutely must. But there's nothing that in the manuals that absolutely requires you to, that's absolutely required for you to finish the games. But in this, there's like 7 different things that you actually need the manual to double check. Otherwise, you can't get through. Seems more achievable. You're watching an expert play, to be fair. Oh, I am not an expert in this one. Snowy is the expert. Snowy's a speedrunning champ, so... Oh, anyone else love reading manuals for games as a kid? I loved it so much. When we got Quest for Glory 4, our computer couldn't actually support it when we bought the game. I would just read the manuals over and over and over again to the point where actually I lost the Hero magazine, the Journal of General Job Adjusting, because I would carry it around the house and I'd sit in a chair and I'd read it. Fell down in the cushions. So we didn't have that when we first started playing. My dad actually like sat me down like, what do you remember from this? Like, we're going to like make notes, see what we can figure out. Do you agree that Snowy is an expert though? All speedrunners are experts to you. Yeah, absolutely. Like, but this is like my second full playthrough of the game. First ever playthrough, I got as far as trying to catch that darn pixie, gave up, and I've completed it once before. Reading the manual on the car on the way home was the best. Yes. It's like, yes, I'm getting ready for a good time. I was so disappointed when we got Quest for Glory 5 and it just came with one manual rather than the 2 every other game in the series came with. And there's just like a section of the manual that's a guide to Silmaria, and it wasn't really written in character like the famous adventurer correspondence course books were, or a hero magazine. It was just like, yeah, there's a little tour guide thing. It wasn't good. Same, but with Quest for Glory 5, you remember reading deeply all the lore of the previous Quest for Glory games? Yes. Oh, I loved manuals. Okay, so the answer to this one is Hive. H. I. V. E. Oh. Okay. Oops. He mostly lived through an era where manuals were on the way out, so it was way less relevant. The feeling for me was reading the back of the jacket to see what it was about to get into. Yeah, I hate that even if you get a physical game now, there's like maybe a sentence about what the game is about on the back, and the rest of it is just specs. May try again. Didn't know Sierra could be that generous. Yeah, rare. My first master has 4 legs. My second master has 2 legs. My first I serve in life. My second I serve in death. Oh, cure me and I live beyond my death, though I am yet soft beside against ladies' cheeks. I oft reside. My first master has 4 legs. My second master has 2 legs. Ooh, this one's much harder than the last ones. Against ladies' cheeks, I oft reside.
as an aside, this music is very nice. The best game manual was Diablo 1. Felt like a lore book than a manual. Went so deep about what happened before the game and had lore for different monsters. Oh my gosh, have you... The manual for Fallout 1 is insane. Like, it's like 100 pages or something. It's a thick boy. But it's like... I love manuals that do tell you like how to play the game and whatnot, but from an in-world perspective, those are the best. And the Fallout 1 manual is like Guide to the Wasteland or something like that. I don't remember, but it has like the sort of the vault tech written out stuff, and then there's like handwritten notes in it saying like, this is garbage, this is not right. Got the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom with a physical copy, and there were surprisingly quite more things in the back. Nothing as impressive as older games, but did feel a bit of nostalgia. Though couldn't read it in the car, that I don't have anyway since I unboxed the package at home. You've been watching the Fallout... I want to watch the Fallout show, but I need to watch it with my husband so that I can remain married. I've played quite a bit of Fallout 1, but I spec'd really badly, so I sort of got myself into a spot where I was like, I don't have enough action points to beat anything. So I haven't beat it yet, but I will. One of these days I will. I think at this point I possess all of the Fallout games except for 76 and Tactics. Yeah, this music is the same tune as the main game theme, which the troubadour sings in the intro. A variant also plays at the castle gate. Yeah, I love it when there's actually like themes throughout the game instead of just like this song appears here and then this song appears here. Like in Quest for Glory, there's Irana's theme when you go to Irana's Peace. And when you cast the calm spell, which you find there, it plays a little da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, have to admit the lack of manual inside the box feels sad, even opening an empty jacket now. Oh yeah. Or I've even had like, you open up the jewel case and it's like, there's just a code in here. I don't even get a disc. You never played Fallout, but like the show a lot. It's really good. I can't wait. Even if it was nothing that important, don't know, it felt like you got something instead of a cartridge that could fit in a way smaller thing. Yeah, it's like, I've paid money for this. I've paid for a physical thing. I want physical things. Oh, I think I talked about this in my last stream. When I was playing Skyrim, I had such a hard time because it doesn't come with a manual. So when I forgot how to do like suck in the dragon souls or whatever so that you can do the shouts, I was stuck. But I had no idea how to do that. And even when I tried to look it up online, all of the guides I found was just, oh yes, and when you get to the location, press the button appropriate for your console to do this. Like, I don't know what the button is. I don't know what the button is. Tell me what the button is. Got the Sims like that. Worst feeling ever when you bought a game. It's
elected to not do it at home to get the disc, but no, got a code and have to enter it in the app. And he was, yeah, it's not fair. Like, I bought a physical thing. Give me the physical thing. Okay, I don't know what the answer to this is. Oh, I get it now. First master has 4 legs, but second master has 2 legs. First master is an animal. Second master is a man. First you serve in life when the animal is alive. Second you serve in death when the animal is dead. Cure me, and I live beyond my death. You cure an animal's skin to make a pelt. Tough I am, yet soft beside. Against ladies' cheeks I offer side. Fur. The answer is fur. I had to look it up. I did not figure that one out on my own. You? Fur. Boop. Yay, I'm a dude again. My oath. It's good to feel my toes astride the earth again. Spoken like a true fleshling. Now heed me. From this moment on, my protection is yours. The power is yours. I have laid a spell upon your form and the clothings of your flesh. In this form alone will the trees know you. You are not allowed to change your clothes. Wear this forever. When danger is upon you, seek out the heart of a grove of druid trees. Only within the grove is the magic powerful enough. Spell out the secret name of the druid trees, and they will hide you until the danger is past. But only the true druid name spelled in code will serve. I weary of this man's speech. Farewell. To be fair to Skyrim, it came out in the Minecraft era, the era of wikis, which at least do have their perks and a slight feeling of nostalgia. Now you don't even get wikis, you have to hunt for videos that don't have the answers. Yeah, I think, yeah. According to this guide I'm looking at, the answer is fur or skin, pelt or leather. Fur is just, I went with fur because that's the least number of letters. And shoot the tree again. No. The tree man knows a lot about flesh. I think some of these might be actual, like, riddles of back in the day. Like, there are some weird old riddles in sort of like the Celtic tradition. The one that I know is 32 horses stand upon a hill. First they clamp, then they champ, and then they stand still. And the answer is teeth. I only remember that one because it was like, why are they horses? Guess we're in the streaming era now. Human creativity is amazing, though. We always try to find a way to share knowledge and make things enjoyable for each other, no matter how much corners they cut for money. Oh, yeah. Like, I love what people are so interested in something, like they have to talk about it. I might not personally be interested in the whatever. Like, I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's, but I will watch a lore video on that because the people who are in it are so in it. OMG, Mech Warrior 3 box came with cool stuff. In addition to the manual, it came with information and super cool art of each mech in the game. As a neurodivergent person, neurodivergency helps a lot. Oh yeah, neurodivergency crew, let's all get together and not look at each other. My first ever adventure game was text adventure. It was called Wishbringer. Written by Brian Moriarty, who actually wrote Loom as, was it Loom or The Dig? I don't know why those, I've never played either of them, but I think it was Loom that he did. But it came with so many feelies. Like the box itself, the front cover wasn't just a gatefold. It was an actual book with like a story in it. And then in the box was a map, a can with like the Wishbringer Stone of Dreams, which is actually, it was a little plastic glow in the dark rock. A letter in an envelope that like at one point the game actually says, open up the letter and read it. Yeah, it was Loom. I don't know why Loom and the Dig are conflated in my brain. They're not anything like each other. I think it's because like both of those games I never heard of until I got into got into adventure gaming when it was already retro. So I think that's just why my brain puts them together. You were randomly scrolling through YouTube comments on, I think, a cooking video, which referenced a game the person didn't remember. In the reply, someone said that this comment reminded them of the game Counterfeit Monkey, which had a similar vibe. Thus, you are currently playing the Counterfeit Monkey, and it's amazing. Nice! Loved Mech Warrior 3. Was your intro to Battletech? Kind of liked it better than Mech Warrior 4. I'm not familiar with the Mech Warrior games at all. Okay. Am I going to get jumped by the dudes now? Okay. All right, we're done. That night, I told my men the details of the dangerous mission I must undertake. Have to remember what that mission is. You look a trifle glum. Does Marion's task weigh upon you? I'll worry about that when the fair begins. Must also find a way to enter the tournament. And avoid Prince John's spies? No risk is too great for our king. Then why so glum? I'm sure the maid cares for me, and yet... Did you flatter her? Speak of her eyes, her lips, her hair? Take her in your arms and press kisses upon her? This is no simple country girl or vain strumpet. She has no patience for flattery. Mayhap I should have found some other way to express what was in my heart. Did I mess this up? The maid does love you. I warrant she will find the way for you. The days to the Saturday fair speed by. Merchants, vendors, and travelers of every description come up from London, down from York on foot, horse, mule, in carts and wagons, or by boat and barge upon the River Trent. We leave Watling Street alone, having no desire to hinder those going to the fair or stir up trouble with the sheriff until the time is right. Same for you about Loom. You only heard about it from the Monkey Island Easter egg dude in the scum bar. I was like, yeah, ask me about Loom. Okay, I just want to get to the fair because it's so pretty. What ho, lads, you all look a trifle glum. Have you forgotten? Today is the Saturday fair. The town will be filled with merchants from all parts of the world, fine goods, the archery tournament, good food. How could I forget my mission? I must find a safe way to go to the fair today. But if that's what worries you, of course not. We're wishing we could go. Well, go. You're all clever men. If you can find a means and wish to risk your necks, by all means do so. That's all we wanted to hear, Robin. We didn't want to get in your way. Rubbish. Be off with you. Don't get caught. Do you recommend Counterfeit Monkey, by the way? It's a text adventure game where you can manipulate words to change the object, getting range from orange, for example. Ooh! Tons of other fun words in a world built around it. Sorry for the delay in the comment. Got distracted. That's fine. I'm apparently supposed to be playing this game or something. So, gives me a chance to actually do that. Like a crazy person. Okay. Let's go find the yeoman of the bowmen. Come out, wherever you are. Gonna head out. Might come back later if still streaming. I'm probably gonna be wrapping it up pretty soon. I bid you welcome to Sherwood Forest, good yeoman. Good day. You're going to Nottingham? Yep, that I am. From the looks of you, to shoot in the archery tournament, because clearly the best archers only have one eye. I thought I missed that. No, then I'm not going to get to see Naked Marion later. Yeah. Chat. Oops. Whoops, I'm gonna die. Oh well. I haven't saved in such a long time. I haven't actually played for... Oh, nope, okay. Oh. Nope, no, I've done things horribly wrong. Okay. Oh, and I saved over that. This is why you never save over an old game. You never do it. Ah, phooey. Yeah. Oh, I had all the way back to saving the guy. Oh. Yeah, well, like, usually I do a whole bunch of saves, but I was just like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. Ah. Save early, save often. Yeah, like, I never save over until it's like at the end. The one time I do. The one time I save over, because like, oh, no. You always have a backup save and a current save even if they're the same. Oh. You know what? I might call it there. My husband's going to be off work soon, and I'd like to spend some time with him because it's Christmas. It's not still, technically, well, we're talking about medieval stuff, so Christmas is actually a feast that lasts for 12 days, starting on the 25th. So technically, it's still Christmas. It's Christmas until Epiphany. Yep, so Tuck reminds you to save early, save often in one of the death scenes. Yep. Oh, I should know better. All right, let's go find someone to raid out to. I hope all of you guys had a happy Christmas or whatever other midwinter holiday you may celebrate. Let's see who's out. Let's see if there's anybody doing some December stuff. Me! Let's see. Anybody have any recommendations of who to... Is the first raid for you've ever been a part of? Might be. Ooh. Nikki Funky is playing goblins. You have to say it like that because there's a whole bunch of eyes. I have never seen Nikki Funky before, but let's go raid them anyways. Yeah. Nikk. Make sure I spelled this right. KKI Funky. Yep. Alrighty. Boop. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. I will be back again next week at my usual time, Sunday night to Monday morning, midnight Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be continuing the great King's Questioning, going through all the King's Quest games, including the fan remakes and the 2015 version. We're going on to King's Quest 3 Redux this time. And I will see you all then. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.